It is such a pleasure to have you back home, and I say that because you were here for a while, Philly Sparkle. How much fun has this all been for you?
Oh my goodness, it's been incredible. I mean, the whole filming process was a learning experience, and I had never been in Detroit before. And it was like it became our home for 2.5 months. We were here, we were filming in places that, I've been here since that time, and it was a complete blast. You throw Whitney into the mix, who I idolized. It was just this dream come true. And obviously we didn't know that it was going to be her last thing that she did, but now, because it was so important to her, it's become so important to us to be able to represent this film the best way that she would have wanted us to. Yeah. And it's literally like a gift that she gave us, and a gift for women and mothers as well. Like the story, everything, it's just all, the stars definitely aligned. But now coming back to Detroit where we filmed it, it's come full circle. So I definitely had a moment last night after the screening. I got into the car, just kind of cried, because I was like, we're back. Like a year later, here we are.
Just to see the completion of it.
Exactly.
It's so nice. And I happen to be an extra on the set. Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't even know.
Yes, I was an extra. Myself and Paigeon, who's a midday on Hot, but she's not here today. We were an extra, and we happened to be in the dress shop scene. Whitney was there the day that she was there, and she came in. It was so cool. I mean, just her presence in that room. She could have easily went like the other way around the building, went to her trailer and sat down. But she came in, greeted all the extras, and just the love. Like, you could feel her spirit.
I am so
crazy.
Glad that you can say that as well. Because, we sit here and we talk about it, and I'm trying to tell people, like, yes, that's how she was. And they'll be like, I'm sure there's some people who are like, yeah, you just have to say that because you were in the movie.
Not at all.
But you can actually say,
and that was my first time meeting her.
She was incredible.
Yes, I would say that she was like my auntie, because you just feel like so close to her. You didn't even have to know her, but I mean, she came in and spoke to everybody and ate with us. I mean, you guys were great.
Thank
you guys were great. We really enjoyed our experience.
Good.
Filming. And to see it last night, I'm like, oh my God, that's my favorite film of all time. I love the original. Yes, absolutely.
So you
had it on VHS.
You were okay with the changes?
Yeah.
Because I have to ask, because I saw the original and then went, oh, okay, this is how it is, and then I read the script and went, whoa, this is so different.
It is
but at
very
the same
different.
time, like, if we did it exactly like the original, you would just watch the original.
But for me, it was the songs. You guys kept the songs in there, and the authenticity of the film, you nailed it. You nailed that part. And the acting, the chemistry on set was just great.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you guys did a fantastic. And for this to be your first film and no acting classes, seriously, I sat there and I watched it, and I did not see Jordin Sparks. I did not. It was like that role was made for you. Seriously, without, if there was a never original picture, it was like that was your role.
Thank you. Well, it was funny, because one of the first things that I said when I read the script was, Jordin Sparks does sparkle. It's got a nice ring to it. But like I said, the stars really did align with this film, because they started working on it. Whitney and one of the producers, Deborah Martin Chase, they had wanted to remake this 10 plus years ago, and they wanted to use Aaliyah as Sparkle. And just everything happened the way it should have, because then she hadn't gone through a lot of the stuff that she had gone through, and to be a mother in the way that she was in this film. And I was 12, so that wasn't going to happen. And like, just everything came together for it. So it's definitely bittersweet now that she's not here, but she has her hand in everything. Every appearance that we do, every red carpet. I know she'll be there in the premiere. Like, she'll be walking, but she'll have angel wings this time. And like, it's so crazy. And I hear her in my head sometimes when I'm unsure, because one thing that she would say was just, believe in your talent, believe in the gift that you have. And so I hear her in my head going, you got this.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm like, okay, thank you. Okay, I remember now. I'm good.
It is a tearjerker too. That scene, and I don't want to give too much of the movie away. I know we're not supposed to do that, but Whitney singing and that, seriously, I needed tissue yesterday. I did. I mean, you could just like feel it in. It was Whitney singing her last performance. It was amazing,
and it's crazy too. I've seen it 3 times now, and I still can't stop the tears. Like, I'm like, I know what's happening. I know what's coming. And I just still can't do it. She had an anointing on her voice that will just touch you.
Absolutely.
No matter when or where you hear it. And now, I remember being in filming the scenes, like, where she says, was my life not a cautionary, enough of a cautionary tale for you? And I remember then just going, whoa,
chill bumps.
Chills now. But now hearing it with her gone,
yeah,
even it holds so much more weight now to even hear that. So you see her and you see her singing "His Eyes on the Sparrow," and like the words mean something
more,
completely different,
a whole lot
like,
more.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Now, do you have any fond memories of being on the set with her? Okay.
Actually, there was the first scene that we did do together was the dress scene. So I was freaking out just as much as you guys were, because I was like, and she looked so gorgeous.
She
had
did.
that happy dress and
She did.
And so Tamla Mann was there, me and her behind the counter, and Whitney comes out with the chocolate mannequin and all this stuff. And I remember it was so funny because she goes, "Jordin, you go to lunch." And we all just bust out laughing because she was supposed to say Sparkle, and then she went, "Jordin, Sparkle," and it was so funny, but she was so sweet. And I also remember one time I was singing under my breath, and I usually do that. I sing without really realizing that I'm doing it. I was singing "I Have Nothing," and I don't know why I did that when I knew she was in the vicinity, but I was singing, walking up the stairs in the house, and all of a sudden I feel this arm on my shoulder, and I hear this gasp, and I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "I forgot I sang that." And I'm looking at her like, this is one of the most well-known songs that you've ever sang. And she's like, "Yeah, well, I sang so many, I forgot." Wow. And then she proceeded to tell me, the story. She was like, "We were filming The Bodyguard. I was 6 months pregnant, and I did not want to do it. I was tired." And she was like, I walked in, and I said, "We're going to do this and get out of here." She did it in 3 takes.
Oh, my goodness.
That song in three takes. And I was like, I got to step my game up in the recording studio, because that song is another one of her iconic songs. But there were just little things like that she would do, and she wanted to get to know us, like you said, everybody, and she wanted everyone else to shine. She wasn't concerned about her thing, but this was supposed to be her comeback film, her big moment, and she wanted to make sure all of us.
Yeah. Well, you did great.